Good morning to all my wonderful viewers out there. I hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday. Just like to say, I'm really sorry I didn't do an upload for Monday. I had everything planned, but then work offered me an extra shift at a higher pay because it was a public holiday, and I was like, I can't say no to that. So I'm so sorry. Unfortunately, instead of recording a bunch of videos, I decided to take the extra shift, but that's okay. Hopefully I can make it up to you today, and now that I've taken that extra shift, I'm hoping that I can buy more streetwear and then unbox it on the channel anyway. So I think it's a win-win, honestly. But yes, today hopefully I can make it up to you guys, and then if I can't, because I also have work today, Wednesday I can do a lot of videos for you guys covering some upcoming releases, and maybe we can do another episode of pickups. I actually really enjoyed doing that first episode of pickups where I talked about hoodies that I'm looking to pick up. If you guys definitely haven't checked that out, go check it out. I was really happy with making that episode. I really enjoyed it. Some of you guys said that you really enjoyed it, so I'll be looking to do more of them. We'll just have to see in the future. But as you can tell from the title, today's video is not going to be a pickups episode. Today's video is going to be talking about a brand that has been a little bit quiet for a while, and I'm just happy that they, have an upcoming release and that they've come back. And that brand is LeFleur. I'm actually really happy that we get to talk about a LeFleur release. It feels like it's been a long time since we've talked about LeFleur on the channel. But why do we have to talk about a LeFleur release? What are they releasing? It can't be the spring-summer collection. What could it possibly be? Well, it's another collaboration with Converse. Yes, we are getting 2 more colorways of the recently done model, the model that first released back in November of last year. We are getting 2 new colorways of the LeFleur Converse Giannos. Now, as I said, we got introduced to this sneaker way back in November. I covered the first 2 colorways of the Gianno. There was one that was like an orangey, it was primarily orange with a bunch of other colors incorporated into it, and then the other one was just this soft peachy, soft peachy kind of color. That one was really nice. It was a lot more subtle. The orange one was very loud, and this time around it looks like they've gone for a combination of both of the 2 first colors into these 2 upcoming colorways. They look like they've incorporated all the bold colors from the orange colorway that we first saw with the light, subtle colors of the peach colorway, which is the second colorway we got. So it looks like they've incorporated both, and it actually works really well on the colorways. But yes, these are releasing very soon, so I thought, hey, look, instead of doing the classic Danyal thing of doing the videos after the releases, we're gonna cover them before the release. Now, if you guys are a fan of LeFleur, want me to do more LeFleur videos, all that kind of stuff, give it a big old like in the bottom section down below. I don't know where it is. It's like down there or something like that. Make sure you comment in the comment section below that you want to see more LeFleur videos, and I can definitely do that for you fellas. But to look at all these release details, look at all these upcoming colorways, where it's going to be releasing and for how much, we've got to head over to a HYPEBEAST article to have a look. So without further ado, let's head on over to the HYPEBEAST article I have prepared for us today, where we can have a look at the upcoming 2 colorways of the LeFleur Converse Giannos. Woo! Here we are, and whoa, I forgot how large and in charge these big boys are. Oh my god, yeah, jeez. Because I remember I was like, yeah, they're a hiking boot, they're not too bad. They're like, they're a little bit big, but they're not massive. Nah, man, these things are large and in charge. These are gonna look massive on people with smaller frames, but the color scheme really does punch out that bold look that it has. It makes it a lot warmer, makes it a lot easier to wear. The color scheme very much suits the LeFleur aesthetic. But before diving into the colorway, what my thoughts are on the model, everything like that, we should dive into the release details the article has and see what it has to say about the upcoming release of the 2 colorways. Now, obviously, this is one of the 2 colorways. The other one is, we got another photo. So we got a second photo to have a look at, but we'll dive into the release details now and have a look. Okay, so 2 new colorways of Golf LeFleur's Converse Gianno will soon release. Is it parfait or parfait? Because P-A-R-F-A-I-T. I feel like it's parfait pink, but parfait pink? Nah, it's got to be parfait, right? Parfait pink. And Skylight will hit retailers this month. Okay, so following its November launch, so that was the first 2 colorways that I covered on the channel, which we will have in the description section below. So if you guys want to check out the original 2 colorways, you can watch that ancient video that I made months ago covering those 2 colorways. So you can go watch it there. The Golf LeFleur x Converse Gianno reveals itself in 2 new colorways, Skylight and Parfait Pink. Blending Converse's renowned heritage with Tyler the Creator's playful personality, the Gianno's design is inspired by the artist's love for 90s fashion, BMXing, and trail hiking. Each model comes with a high traction rubber outsole with EVA midsole for comfy cushioning, reflective details on the front and back, and a wider fit. For a springtime release, the Gianno now appears in 2 seasonally appropriate color schemes. The Golf LeFleur, Converse, Gianno, Skylight, and Parfait Pink will be available at Converse as well as retailers like End on April 16th for 130 USD. Now it's crazy to think about that 130 USD in like the world of Converse is incredibly expensive. But we go over to Nike, we go over to Adidas, we go over to Jordan brand, we go over to any high-end fashion brand that does shoes, and that would be considered cheap. It very much puts a very interesting price spectrum on the whole sneaker world, doesn't it? 130, yeah, it's just, yeah, I just thought it was very interesting to bring up that 130 is quite expensive in the Converse realm. 130 in the grand scheme of sneaker retail prices though, it's chump change. But yeah, I love it that Converse is able to offer a really good quality at a very reasonable price. 130 bucks for essentially a trail walking shoe. Crazy, very good price. It's coming out on April 16th on converse.com like it did with the November launch, and it comes out on retailers like End. Now, because this is a Golf LeFleur collaboration, I would also check out the Golf LeFleur store page. I very much feel like it's going to release there as well. I doubt that it would release exclusively on Converse. It's a Golf LeFleur Converse collaboration. It's got to release on Golf LeFleur. But that's all the release detail, guys. We also got a Instagram post that teased it down here. We'll just cover some of the images in it. There it is there. Here's the second colorway. I actually quite like the Skylight. I think that's a very nice colorway there. We'll dive into the images that the HYPEBEAST article has prepared for us, and we'll talk about each colorway, which colorway I prefer, and how it suits the overall silhouette that is the Gianno. Now, we'll start off with the pink colorway, or the parfait or perfect colorway, the pink one, whatever we're going to call it, the pink colorway. Okay, so it features a lot of earthy tones, a lot of how do I describe it? It's caramel, a very caramel brown, but a very light caramel. It features it up here in this squiggly type of design that overtakes the eyelets here. As you can see, the eyelets are on these little panels here, but it overtakes the eyelets. What I like is it matches up with the eyelets as well in color. It also appears on the back here. It also appears on the inside and on the outsole. I love that they use various different materials. We can see a very high quality suede being used on this yellow panel here, as well as on the toe box, while we have a leather that is covering the eyelets here. Crazy that Golf LeFleur and Converse are able to use such different and high quality materials and still only ask 130 USD. We got some ballistic nylon like the like a lot of the Jordan higher end Jordan models have. It's really good. We have this really utilitarian looking mesh though. I don't know if it's actually mesh, but it looks more like a cage system. Reminds me very much of the which Jordan model is it? It's the 4s? The 4s? Yeah, I think it's the 4s off the top of my head with the cage mesh panel there on the side. Yeah, crazy model there. We'll look at the outsole there. As you can see, it is very much a trail shoe. You've got this trail outsole as well. LeFleur branding on the bottom. It mentioned 3M detailing, so I assume the branding on the tongue here, and I assume there's branding on the back as well. That will feature 3M detailing, so if you shine a light over it, it'll light up fancy. Yeah, to be honest, everything that they offer in this shoe, high quality materials, hard rubber outsole, EVA foam, 3M detailing, all that for 130 USD. It's a steal. It's a good price for it. I mean, then it all comes down to whether or not you actually like the silhouette. Personally, I think this colorway very much complements the silhouette. They've done really well with the color blocking here. It looks like these yellow panels are only sticking, it looks like the yellow is only on this panel here and the panel at the back. The pink, even though it is the pink colorway, it's not like really in your face. It's there, but it's covered with all these different colors and panels of different textures and colors. It's done really tastefully. It is done really tastefully. I would say this is a very nice colorway for the silhouette, and the silhouette's really nice. It's 130 USD, but again, it comes down to whether or not you're a fan of both LeFleur and Converse, whether or not you like this hiking looking silhouette. Will it work with your outfits? Stuff like that. It's a hard call to make, but if it ticks all those or majority of those boxes, I'd say pick it up when it releases on April 16th. This is a very nice colorway for the Gianno. I think I prefer this more than the orange colorway that initially released in November. This is a lot more golf LeFleur, and it works just a lot better for the silhouette. I think this is very nice. Honestly, my least favorite colorway so far is the orange colorway that released in November. The peach colorway that released alongside that orange colorway was a lot better. I'm still thinking the orange one's the worst one so far, but we'll move over to the second colorway that's releasing, and we'll go over the same criteria. Is it a good colorway? Does it work for the silhouette? And how have they managed it? Let's have a look. Okay, so now they've opted for, I would say, a stereotypically more masculine colorway, because if we just quickly go back to this colorway, the pink one, this is more stereotypically feminine. I think it will sell quite well with females. I reckon a lot of chicks will pick this up. Some dudes may pick it up. Honestly, go for your life. Whether or not if you're a dude or a chick or whatever you self-identify as, if it works for your outfits, pick that up. But I think that this one is definitely more female focused or stereotypically female focused, while this one is trying to capture a more male audience. I can see that. I don't know if that's the case, but I can see that being the attempt there. Okay, so on this colorway, I think it was Skylight, wasn't it? It was the Skylight colorway. More blues, more yellow, and a more darker brown for that rubber outsole. I didn't mention the Converse branding on the outsole there with the Golf LeFleur branding, but there it is there. Very cool. The overall color and tone of the upper works really well. I like the deeper blue used on this panel. It seems like that's a trend for the Gianno. For this final outer panel here, I like to use something a little bit more crazier and a little bit more adventurous than the rest of the colorways using, because as you can see, you see this light warm blue working with this light yellow banana, and then they put this really aggressive darker blue on this suede out here. They always seem like, especially with this one here, even though this panel is a little bit more subtle, it's still very loud because it's suede and it's like there, it's aggressive, it's in your face. So yeah, they seem to like to do that with the Gianno. I think it complements it really well, using these really nice light blues for the like the ballistic nylon or whatever this material is. Using the banana yellow for the leather panels here and the midsole here works really well, and then having that nice dark blue or this deeper blue on top of it all on the suede, it's steezy, man. It's steezy. I personally would pick up this colorway more, but the thing is though is that I don't have a lot of spring themed apparel. I don't have a lot of nice light colors like the blues here, the yellows. I just don't. My wardrobe, now that I actually have a quick scan of it, is actually quite winter themed. Quite winter themed, yeah. I don't think something like this would specifically work for me, but I do have to just compliment it on that it's just a really nice colorway. It's worked really, really well with the silhouette. They've done their color blocking really, really well. A lot of brands do fail to do good color blocking. This is really, really good color blocking. I like it. Some cool details here. I rate this. I rate this. Both colorways here are really, really good. I reckon they should have gone with these colorways for the initial launch of it back in November. But you know what? That's totally fine. We now have 4 colorways available for the Converse Giannos. I would say this is the better colorway pack though, compared to the initial release back in November though. I would say the November colors weren't hitting it off as well. The color blocking wasn't as good. The use of color wasn't as good. They could have used different color schemes, but I think they've fine-tuned it now and they've done a much better job on these 2 colorways for this upcoming Gianno release. But that's all I really have to say about the 2 upcoming colorways. I want to know how you guys feel about it though. Do you like the Giannos? Do you like the colorways that they used this time round? Which one are you looking to pick up? Is it the Skylight or is it this pink colorway over here? Let me know all your thoughts and opinions on the LeFleur Converse Giannos on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, or as always, in that comment section below. And that's it guys, that's all the release details, all my thoughts and opinions on the upcoming release of the Converse LeFleur Giannos. These 2 colorways I think are a lot better than the previous 2 colorways that released in November. The color blocking is better, the color schemes are better. It just looks a lot more LeFleur than the previous 2 colorways did back in November. But I want to know how you feel about it guys. Do you like these 2 colorways? Are you going to pick up any of these 2 colorways, or do you not like the LeFleur Converse Gianno model? Totally understandable. It does fit a certain aesthetic or a certain color aesthetic, and you may not be a part of that. Like me, a lot of the colors I own are dark and brooding, so they don't really work with this very up there, bright, happy kind of shoe. Kind of need something a little bit more toned down, a little bit more darker, and that more works for me. But maybe you're different. Either way, let me know all your thoughts and opinions on the 2 Gianno colorways, if you're going to pick them up or not, or anything else you got to say about them in the comment section below. Now, that's everything I really want to say about the Giannos. They're coming out April 16th, 130 USD on Converse, and I'm going to say check LeFleur's store as well. I reckon it's going to release there as well, so just check that. That's everything we got to say about it though guys. So if you want more Converse or more LeFleur videos, make sure that you hit the big old like button, comment down below that you want to see more LeFleur videos, and I can definitely do that for you fellas. Easy done, easy done. So until the next LeFleur video, until the next Converse video, until the next sneaker video guys, I'll catch you later.